Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. I know this lighting is absolutely horrendous, but you guys are just gonna have to work with me. So today's live is right on time because this live is going to be dedicated to those of you who are parents, aunts, uncles, godparents, adopted parents, grandparents, godparents, friends of parents, whomever. This live is going to be dedicated to the children as we back to school is literally around the corner. And we have to get back into sync with our regular life and get our kids ready for school. So I get a lot of questions on kids here. As you guys know, I am one of those people who is a parent. I also am a licensed cosmetologist. I just basically do everything under the sun. With that being said, I do have three little ones that all have natural hair that love to sweat, that always has some sort of dryness to their hair, always has some sort of thing going on with their hair. You know, children do not care for their hair whatsoever. And we as parents go and spend all this money trying to take care of their hair, not knowing that at the end of the day, it doesn't work. So this video is going to be some tips, tricks, and products that you're able to use for your child's hair for back to school so that you can get them together as needed. And I'm not getting the voice mic from someone. Okay, so first things first. Whether it be you have a daughter or a son, like I have a son, who has hair that is very coarse, well, I'll say medium to coarse. He gets his hair braided. He's extremely tender-headed. He's one of those people that he does not like having hair, but I feel like if he didn't have the hair, he'd have a problem at the same time. Let me see your teeth consistency right now. Okay. I also have two older daughters. One has more fine textured natural hair, and the other one has coarse textured natural hair. So I really have to deal with all three situations in my household. I have a fine, a medium, and a coarse textured child, of which all three of them are natural. All three of them like to play. All three of them sweat profusely. So that means that their hair typically is very dry. When you're dealing with children's hair, I always tell people simplicity, 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 simplicity. Okay? Children's hair is very fragile. Up until the point of puberty, technically you shouldn't be doing much of anything to your child's hair other than oiling their scalp, shampooing, conditioning, braiding, brushing, combing, that kind of thing. Do I recommend having a child before they hit puberty have a relaxer? Not necessarily, but that's just me as a parent speaking. That is not me speaking on my professional standpoint. That's just my choice as a parent. Now, if your child does have a relaxer, that was your choice. You didn't do anything wrong. But in my standpoint as a parent, I feel that you should wait until puberty to introduce your child to any type of chemical service. Why? Because at this point in life, things are not as natural as they used to be. Things are not as simple as they used to be. So ingredients have changed. Ingredients are now able to get into certain places that they shouldn't be. And I feel like as a child, having a relaxer, they don't really care for their hair. They don't really care for their hair. And a relaxer basically breaks down the hair and it makes it where they have to work a little bit harder, or we as parents have to work a little bit harder. And then at the same time, the child doesn't care. They don't know any different. They have no clue what's going on. They just know that mommy gave me something and said that this is what I'm going to do. So if your child does have a relaxer, some parts of this video will talk for you. Majority of the video will be talking to the parents who have children with natural hair. But everything that I'm going to be talking about product-wise will work on either side. So in the chat, if I could get, actually, let's back up. Before we even do that, if everyone could go ahead and close their chat out and hit the thumbs up button for me on this live, that would be great. Of course, you guys know I am filming live, so if you see this after the fact, that means it's a recording, but please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. So we have a couple different things going on within Elite Hair Care today. Today is $10 Tuesday, for those of you that don't know. I decided to do $10 Tuesday because I know that back to school is around the corner. My children start school this Friday. Some people's children started school last week. So I decided to do a $10 sale on all of our children's products as well as our Elite Total Body Care skincare products that I thought would cater towards our middle schoolers and our high schoolers. Remember, when their child gets to middle school and high school, so does puberty. It follows right behind them. The bumpy face, the oily skin, the dewiness, all of that good stuff that they don't like. So that's another reason why I also put the body care line on sale with the $10 Tuesday as well, just so you guys can get your high schoolers and your middle schoolers in check too. And then of course the hair care products for the kids only are also a part of the $10 Tuesday sale. No code is needed for that sale. The products have already been adjusted in price. An email was also sent out to anybody that is on the Elite Hair Care mailing list that tells you all of the products that are on the sale, which is all of the skincare, excluding the day night moisturizer, and all of the healthy and sweet shampoos, conditioners, scalp balm, leave-in potion, and leave-in spray. All of those are part of the $10 Tuesday. So that's today only. Outside of that, if you have not already liked my Instagram page, please go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Elite Hair Care USA. Thank you. I have a grandson. He has a very good grade of hair, but it's dry and curl up, and he wants braids, but he's tender-headed. So, you're in a very tough place, Miss A, because he has hair, he's tender-headed, and a lot of stylists don't want to mess with that. So you need to find a stylist that actually caters to children that actually have tender-headed, are more say tender-headed. If not, probably want to think about some changes. Okay. Anyhow, as I was saying in regards to our children with the sweating, if you guys don't know, whenever you perspire, sweat is salt. Okay, those are number one toxins releasing from the body. It is also very salty. If you ever tasted your sweat or it's ever gotten into your eye, it burns. It's salt. Okay, sodium. I don't know why I keep yawning. Oh Lord. It's sodium. And with sodium, okay, whenever you have sodium and you put it into something like hair, it does something called drying it out. That is typically the reason why our children's hair is extremely dry. And about 80% of the time, our children have what we call low porosity hair. Low porosity hair. Low porosity hair. What is low porosity hair? That is the hair type that does not intake any type of goodness from any product unless the cuticle is open. The problem is the cuticle of low porosity hair is like the shingles on a roof. They stack on top of each other to keep water out. Okay? So with that being said, when you have low porosity hair, you definitely need a high content or high moisture content product, and you also need heat. So for those of you that have been watching me for quite some time, you know that I am an advocate of having a sit under dryer at home for your hair care regimen, whether it be you or your child. Just because your child is 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, that doesn't mean that their hair is invincible. You do still need to treat their hair the same way that you would treat yours, and that is where we go wrong. We think that our child's hair doesn't matter, that it's invincible. They can go 3 years without a trim. They don't have to get any type of treatments. We don't have to use good products on their hair. We don't have to even care for their hair much. We can braid it up and leave it. And that's not the case. You're actually creating a cycle that you want to break before they become an adult, because when they become an adult, they don't know what to do for themselves. So that's another reason why I really, really stress having a sit under hood dryer at home. It is very, very important to use for yourself and also for your child's hair. Okay. Now, I know younger children do not like to sit under dryers, but it is something that you need to train them to do, especially for your younger girls, because they will have to do this when they get to high school. They'll have to do this when they get to college. They'll have to do this for all of that. Okay. Let me read this comment here. It says, do you have any tips on handling an 11-year-old who thinks getting her hair wet is going to kill her? Hair wash day is a nightmare. So, if I don't stop yawning. Okay. So, Kanika, that's a really good question. I have a child that's like that. My son is like that. He does not like to get his hair washed. He does not like to get his hair touched by water. He doesn't even like water to touch his face. He says that we're trying to wash his eyes. That is what he calls it. So from a child's standpoint, they're looking at it through fear. And then us as parents, we get very frustrated and we drop right into the hole of their fear, when we really should be encouraging them. We should let them know this is not going to hurt and figure out better ways of being able to have a wash day with them. Okay. What I've adapted with my son is I started using my kitchen counter as my wash area. while using the tub is an amazing thing, but trying to have your child's head down in the tub is going to freak them out even more. So you have to create a relaxing environment for them, and this is something that I actually learned. So what I do with my son is I lay him on the counter. You guys have probably seen one or two of my videos that were like this. I create a bed on the counter for him where he lays on his back and his head has a pillow or a towel under it, and his head is leaning in the sink. So he can physically see everything that I'm doing, but he knows that I can control the water where it doesn't go near his face, because that's really one of the biggest fears with children is water getting in their face. The second biggest fear is that they're so tender-headed it's going to hurt. Product and how you handle the hair will really determine how this wash day is going to go. If you're the parent that gets very frustrated very quickly, you yell a lot, you spank them, you scream at them, guess what? They're going to give you what you gave them. And while it's so convenient that we want to just lash out because we don't have that patience, I'm just as guilty. We don't have a lot of patience with it because we already looking at it like this is going to be crazy. See, this is going to be crazy. But instead, you should approach it with a better attitude. Not saying that you're not, Kanika. I don't want you, I'm not pointing this at you. I'm talking this as a broad spectrum. Look at it with a better attitude of, number one, they're afraid. Number two, it's going to hurt. So when someone says they're afraid or it's going to hurt, the first thing that we're going to do is lessen their fear. So before I even start my wash day, we have what we call the pep talk. But pep talk is, in their eyes, is a pep talk. But in my eyes, is I'm warning you without even saying it. My pep talk is, hey, we're not going to have noodle head. I'm going to wash your hair, but I'm going to make sure that it doesn't get in your face. And I'm going to make sure that you're able to see everything that I'm doing. And we're going to be really, really gentle. While it sounds good, does it always work? No. But you're setting an expectation for your child. You're letting your child know automatically, like, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make this really, really quick. Sometimes even bribery works. Even bribery works. Hey, when we're finished washing your hair, if we have a good day when we wash your hair, I'm going to take you to get some frozen yogurt. We're going to go to the Walmart. You know, kids, we're going to go to the Dollar Tree. I don't care if you got to go spend $2. We're going to do something. But give them some positive reinforcement. When wash day begins, that is when you want to definitely make sure that you are doing your due diligence to make it easy for yourself. Detangle their hair before you start washing. That's really important. Using a wide tooth comb and just starting from the ends and combing your way up. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some children where if they just see the comb, if they just look at the comb, they start to cry. You're going to have to get past that. 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 Hello? Yeah, okay, right. What? $12.45 Enterprise on Columbia. Which one is she at, downtown? Okay. All right. I'm a sister too, just so you guys know. Don't mind me. That was my sister giving me instructions of what to do with our mother. I'm the oldest. So I was just instructed at 12:45 I need to call my mother and get her a vehicle at Enterprise. That my little sister. Okay. Anyhow, life is so funny, yo. My little sister just called me like, check this out. All right. Anyway, when it comes down time for wash day, I always recommend, as I said, to start pre-detangling before you start the wash. Okay. This is going to save you a lot of energy. It's going to save you a lot of time. You will have the child that is going to literally lose their head at this stage, but you just got to deal with it. And what you don't want to do is get very frustrated with them, because once you bring out the frustration, it's like energy. You took the frustration energy out and you pushed it right into your child, and now your child is acting a damn fool. Trust me, it's coming from a pro. I have 3. So I pre-detangle their hair, and what I've also found to be very, very good to use, I'll take the leave-in spray on their dry hair, okay, on their dry hair. And I'll take the leave-in spray and I'll spray that first. on the hair. I just mist it on just to kind of pre-soften the hair, because sometimes the hair is so dry and then you go and you're trying to do something with dry hair that's already matted up and already just all over the place. When all you can do, you can literally just mist slightly on the hair, just mist it on, not wet the hair up. And that will help you to pre-detangle the hair with a wide tooth comb. Do not use a brush. Do not use a rat tail. Use a wide tooth comb made for shampooing. They are like $1 to $3 at any local beauty supply. And then you'll be able to go through and literally detangle the hair slightly. Okay? That is something that I've done with my son because I know that he's extremely tender-headed, and it does work. It does work. Positive reinforcement. Then I move into I'll pre-wet the hair slightly with a little bit of leave-in conditioner, because where the tangling is not at the root. The tangling is typically mid-shaft to the ends. What is mid-shaft to the ends? I know you guys are looking crazy, like what? So if this is your child's scalp, this is the scalp, this is the hair. This is the root right here. This would be mid-shaft. This would be ends. Okay, this is the scalp. So I like to detangle from the mid-shaft out. So you start on the end and you work your way up. It's just like when you're sharpening a pencil. You don't sharpen the pencil from the eraser. You sharpen the pencil from the tip, and then you end up working your way up to wherever you need to be. So it's going to be the same thing when you are detangling your child's hair. Okay, that is extremely important, because what you don't want to do is create an environment for trauma from the beginning. The first thing you do is you go straight into the scalp, and then you wonder why they're screaming, because the hair is not even detangled midway through. This is the same thing for adults, guys. Don't think that because they're children, they should just take it. And children should just take it and you just sit there. Yeah, we have that attitude, but at the end of the day, it's how you handle their hair is going to depict how good or bad this wash day really goes. Okay, so that is a pro tip I definitely use on my son. Spray a little bit of the leave-in conditioner on there, and then go ahead and comb it through. The good thing about the leave-in milk is it is a detangling milk as well. It does have a lot of slip to it, and it does make the job a little bit easier. So you can use it at the beginning. You can also use it at the end. Okay, you can also use it at the end. I have a 7-year-old tender-headed daughter. Crystal, I use your entire Healthy and Sweet Kids line. Her scalp gets so clean and smells wonderful. It helps the detangle process go so smoothly. Thank you so much, Shantea. Shantea, there we go. Thank you so much for the comments and the reviews. It's really nice and refreshing to actually hear that. I use my products on my children. I also use my Moisture ELT on my children, because some of my middle daughter, her hair is very, very thick. And it seems that Moisture ELT does better for her. What do you recommend for linted hair? What is linted hair? What is that? Elaborate for me. Okay, so now that you've gotten through the pre-detangling of your child's hair, and guys, just because your daughter is, or even your son is 16, 17, 15 years old, that doesn't mean that they're invincible. These tips work just the same for them. Okay, I have some clients, they will bring their children to get their hair done, and their child is 14 years old, and they only brush their hair once a month. That does not make any sense. That does not make any sense. Okay. You just want to get your child in the habit of understanding that this is a part of life. Because I even have adults that come to me and they're so tender-headed, I have to tell them that unfortunately I can't do your hair. Because they're too tender-headed as an adult. That means that as a child, they allowed this to build up so far that you created this environment of straight, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad, because you're not used to something. You're not used to doing certain things. You're not used to taking care of your hair. And it's apparent. It's apparent when I see them sometimes. Okay. So now wash day has begun. Even with children's hair, I still follow the same pattern. Okay. My pattern for all of my clients are exactly the same. I cleanse the scalp first with a cleansing or clarifying shampoo. Then I go in with my treatment shampoo. So cleansing and clarifying shampoo, do I have a bottle here? I don't have a bottle, but I'll use this white bottle as an example. My cleansing and clarifying shampoo would be our herbal detox shampoo. Okay, that is an activated charcoal shampoo. It's very mild. It works for children and adults. I use that to cleanse the hair. Okay, if you do not have access to our herbal detox shampoo, which everyone should, you can also use just a really cheap shampoo that you get at any store, just to use it to cleanse the hair. Why? Because you're going to use more. Let me say it right way. You're going to use more when you're trying to cleanse than what you would use when you're trying to treat. If you're using the herbal detox shampoo, regardless of what, a little goes a very long way for all of my products. That's one thing that I pride myself on. I make sure that, yes, they are luxury products, but at the same time, a little goes a long way, so you get every penny that you spent from each bottle. I made sure that that was my biggest goal. I wanted to make sure that you had enough in every bottle to do multiple wash days without having to use a ton of product and still be highly effective and still deliver. Okay. So what I do is I'll do a clarifying shampoo first. Sometimes I'll do it twice. If your child has had braids in their hair for a couple of weeks or whatever the case may be, they play sports, I would make sure that I cleanse them at least twice. So I'll do at least 2 clarifying shampoos, and then sometimes I'll do 1 treatment shampoo or even 2 treatment shampoos. Your treatment shampoo is going to consist of your healthy and sweet shampoo. This is what we call a treatment shampoo. This is not what you use at the beginning of the wash day because you're going to waste it. And that's another mistake, a common mistake that people make. They use their treatment shampoo from the beginning of the wash day, not knowing that all you just did was wasted all of this good shampoo cleansing it out. Instead, cleanse the scalp first, make that a nice healthy environment so that it can pull in all of the goodness from your luxury treatment shampoos, such as the healthy and sweet hair conditioner. Excuse me, hair care shampoo. Same thing with your conditioner, but by the time you get to the conditioner phase, the hair is already clean. So that's something that I definitely recommend if you are dealing with a child or even an adult. Make sure that you are cleansing the hair and the scalp first with a cheap clarifying cleansing shampoo, and then move into your treatment shampoos. Okay, that is one thing that is very, very important. And of course, my mother's important. Hello. Hmm. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. All right, mama. I remember. Yes, ma'am. Whatever. I'm also a daughter. So my sister, and then my mother calls and said, "Don't do nothing that Brianna just told you to do." Okay, no problem. Anyway, when you get to your treatment shampoo, the treatment shampoo should sud almost immediately because you have already cleaned your hair. This is where I tell people to really take this in. If you've already cleaned your hair, when you put your treatment shampoo on, it's going to lather immediately. It's going to soothe you immediately. You're not going to be sitting here and your focus is trying to get that itch that you've been trying to get for so long. You should have already taken care of that with your clarifying shampoo. You should have already taken care of that with your herbal detox shampoo. So now, when it's treatment time, now you're really in there. You're lathering it up. You're taking your time. You're massaging the scalp. You're letting all of that shampoo really get in there. And then when it's time for your conditioner, the hair is so clean. The scalp is so clean and so ready for this softness, for this goodness, that everything is all in. So at that point, your wash day has become even more simple because you've already cleansed the hair and then you've already shampooed the hair. The good thing with the healthy and sweet shampoo is you can pre-detangle even with that shampoo already in the hair. A lot of people don't know that because they're so used to these harsh shampoos that make the hair hard. Whereas for our kids' line, it is made to make the hair nice and soft, but also not extract all of the natural oils. That is a common thing that happens with a lot of shampoos. The goal of shampoo is to cleanse, yes, but the goal of our shampoo is to cleanse, yet still leave the hair intact, healthy, and some of the natural oils behind. We are not trying to extract all of the oils from our child's hair. They're already dealing with the fact that it's very dry. They perspire more. Their metabolism is higher. Their energy is higher. They're in the sun more than we are. Okay? They're doing so much more than we are in a day. And then we expect their hair to just act right. When it will act right if you do it right, if that makes sense. So I like to pre-detangle as well with the shampoo on. It is a very soft or softening shampoo. It doesn't leave the hair hard. It doesn't leave the hair crunchy. It leaves the hair soft enough, and it has that feel. You can tell that the natural oils are still in the hair, but the hair is clean. The natural oils are still in the hair, but the hair is clean. I think this one has a hot on it. I'm going to show you guys what this shampoo looks like. So most people think that because a shampoo is clear, that means that it is a clarifying shampoo, when that is actually not the case. Our shampoo formula is actually kind of like a hazy color, like a hazy clear color. But at the same time, when you rub it on the hand, it should sud immediately, or lather, should I say. And then the good thing with this is it dissipates at the same time. And I'm going to tell you why it dissipates. A lot of people don't understand this. When you put a shampoo on your body or your skin, the goal is that it's going to sit there and it is going to literally attack all the dirt, grit, and grime on the hair. Ours sits there, but it also absorbs at the same time. That's why a little of our product goes a very long way, because it absorbs at the same time. So you're not using tons and tons and tons of shampoo and conditioner when you don't really have to. And at the same time, it leaves the hydration in the hair. It leaves it nice and soft. Clarifying shampoo, on the other hand, let me be very transparent with you. Clarifying shampoo is going to dry you out to the max. That's the reason why I like the herbal detox shampoo, because it doesn't dry the hair out. It cleanses the hair using the organic activated charcoal, but it doesn't dry the hair out 100%. It still leaves behind some of those natural oils, which is very important. If you work out on a regular basis, would a detox shampoo be okay to use weekly or bi-weekly to cleanse the scalp? So the detox shampoo, if you are working out, I would definitely use that whenever you are cleansing your scalp, period. Because you are working out and you are literally releasing toxins from the body into every part of your hair. That's how we get musty. That's how we have all these odors, all of that. And remember, it's salt. You definitely have to get the salt out. I'm glad you asked that question, even though it really doesn't have anything to do with the children's line, but that also goes along with children. They actually are going through their day as if they did a full workout like we did. So you're going to treat them exactly the same. We as parents, we typically will get their hair done and we will leave their hair done for 3-4 weeks. So now you have to work double time to treat the problem or treat the issue that you actually created. Now, let's talk conditioning, because this is an area that we as parents really, really skip over. We think you just put the conditioner on, comb it through, detangle them, rinse it out, and they're done. Most children that have natural textured hair are I was going to say high porosity, are low porosity. Low porosity. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. If everybody can give me one characteristic of low porosity hair in the chat, go ahead and do so. Give me one characteristic of low porosity hair in the chat. Just one. And then we'll go through them, because I know a lot of you don't understand low porosity hair, and I want to make sure that you do understand that when it comes onto your child. In the meantime of everybody typing their responses, just so you guys know, the Boss Babes and Beauty live hair care webinar is September the 6th, hosted by myself. As you guys know, I was doing a tour. I'm no longer doing the tour due to the COVID-19 situation. So we're taking it online, where it will be a virtual private live September the 6th at 2 p.m. And all attendees will also get a hard copy of the Boss Babes manual that will also go along with the webinar. So that comes with the webinar. That cost is $49. The link is in the description box of this video. All right, so let's go over here to where the comments are. So characteristics of low porosity hair: dry, 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 resistance to holding water, doesn't retain product, tight cuticle, doesn't absorb moisture easily. It floats when it's in water. Yes. Dry, 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 more dry and dry. Absolutely. You guys hit it right on the nail. So low porosity hair typically is extremely dry. I'll tell you why it's extremely dry: because it has a barrier like a roof. The purpose of the shingles on that particular cuticle is to keep moisture out. So low porosity hair cannot really, you can't penetrate that cuticle with just putting product on top of it. All you're doing is slathering the rain and it's running right off. That's the goal of it. So with low porosity hair, that's including kids' hair, you technically want to use heat to open the cuticle so that that conditioner will actually be able to be absorbed. How you do that is by using a hooded dryer, a sit-under dryer. So if you're going to do a wash day with your child once every 4 weeks, that every 4 weeks, you definitely need, okay, there we go. You definitely need to put your conditioner on, detangle the hair, put a processing cap on that hair, and put your child under the dryer for 15 to 20 minutes. At that point, because children typically don't like to sit, go ahead, find them a tablet, find them a book, find them something that they will enjoy that will allow them to sit there and get this conditioner in their hair. Once again, I said, make your job smarter, not harder. Find the things that your child is going to like or love, and that will make it so much easier for them when it comes time for wash day. And it's going to make life so much easier for you too. Okay? When you put the conditioner on, one thing I do like about the Healthy and Sweet hair care conditioner is that it leaves the hair soft. That baby swells in the hair, and it makes life so much easier when it comes time to detangle. Okay, that's one thing that I love about the Healthy and Sweet conditioner. And it has this feel on the hair. You can literally feel the moisture on the hair, which is a great thing because with children's hair, you typically can feel the driest shit on their hair. Okay, like no question. No question. Okay. So when you're conditioning, especially with your child, I definitely recommend a processing cap and a hooded dryer, and you allow them to sit under that dryer for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Lastly is aftercare. Aftercare meaning after your wash day, what should you be doing? Once you have completed your wash day, you definitely need to make sure that you are putting on a leave-in conditioner. A leave-in conditioner. I don't care if your child is 6 years old. You still need to treat their hair as if they were an adult. Leave-in conditioner is very important. Do you typically wash all 3 kids' hair on the same day? Yes, I do. I do them back to back. So I'll show you how I break it down. After I finish talking about the leave-in conditioner and the balm, I'll break down how a wash day goes for me when you have multiple children. And I'm thinking that will kind of help you guys a lot as well. So after I sprayed on my leave-in conditioner, which is a Healthy and Sweet leave-in conditioner, I mist it on. Okay, let me show you guys when I say mist it on. There we go. Okay, my arm is my child. My hand is where your sprayer should be. You should not be misting hair here. You literally just put it into one spot. Okay, you should be holding it back at least 6 inches from the head and misting it on the hair. You see how I got more coverage than when I was right here or even right here? You're too close. And you're only putting it in one spot, and that's why your child's hair is even drier. You definitely want to aim back at least 6 inches and mist it on and move it around. Okay? So that is how leave-in conditioner sprays or any type of spray should be used on the hair. The closer you are to the hair, the more you're going to saturate that one area. That smells so good. That's another thing with the kids line. This thing smells like candy. Now I smell it. Okay. Anyhow, after your leave-in conditioner, with children's hair, I definitely oil their scalp, especially if they get braids. So the Healthy and Sweet leave-in balm smells like bubblegum. This is a leave-in balm. This is a scalp oil that can also be used on the hair. We also have the hair potion. For those of you who used to use pink lotion and you love pink lotion, but you notice that pink lotion has changed. The way that it is actually made now, it's not really a moisturizer anymore. Now it's just a really loose product. Well, our Healthy and Sweet hair potion serves as a luxury version past the pink lotion. Okay, so you're able to use that to do your child's bubbles. I call them bubbles, braids, daily moisture. Also, the hair growth balm. Lord, I'm so tongue-tied today, especially with damn teeth. The growth balm also can be used on the scalp or even on the hair, or you can make a cocktail and mix the two, rub that baby up, and put it all over your child's hair. Okay. They lack more moisture than we do because they do more than we do. So you are going to do more with their hair than you would do with your own. Their hair is a lot thicker than ours. People always wonder why my price is the same when I do a child's hair or an adult's hair. Children have more hair than adults because they're more virgin. They've had less done to their hair than we have ever done. We have 30, 40, and 50 years of a hair care resume, whereas they have 6 years of a hair care resume on natural or virgin hair. So they're going to take a lot more. It's going to require a lot more and a lot more patience. It does smell like candy. I just received mine from my 3-year-old granddaughter. I'll keep you posted. Thanks. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love the fact that it smells. I love the smell. I'm not even gonna lie. The smell. I made sure that the healthy and sweet line was something that your kid is gonna be like, Mommy, that smells like candy, and they enjoy it. And they will enjoy it. They'll tell you it smells like candy. My kids are 5. They don't like the hair dryer. So what you definitely need to do is find something that they do like that will allow them to sit quietly. Whether it be you give them tablets, whatever, and let them sit quietly. Even if you give them a popsicle. Do you know that giving a child a popsicle will make them not move for maybe 5-10 minutes? Because they have to really take down that popsicle. And their focus is, this is good. Not knowing that they're sitting under the dryer while it's good. And the dryer does not have to be on high heat. You can put it to medium. Sometimes it's the heat as well. All right, so we're going to break down a child wash day in my home when you have multiple children. Before I do that, let me plug my laptop in because it clearly is about to die. All right. So can we purchase this from your website? Could I use it on my 12-year-old? Tiffany, absolutely. And yes, today only. Today is $10 Tuesday. The entire kids line, all of these products are $10 each. Every last one of the kids' products are $10 each. Also, our goat's milk cleanser, which is great for those teenagers, that is $10. Our vitamin C serum. If you have a child that plays sports, and typically when they play sports, their skin is the driest, the vitamin C serum, and also the coffee scrub can be used for my high schoolers. High schoolers who definitely need to start being trained on skincare and hair care. All of that can be used on my high schoolers as well. The facial care products I typically recommend once your child has hit puberty or is about to hit puberty and older. Okay, that's when you definitely need to really introduce them into a skincare regimen, as well as learning how to better take care of their hair. How does it work on a child's scalp with eczema? So with eczema, I'm sure your doctor gave you some type of medicated shampoo or conditioner. You always start with that first. So you cleanse the scalp first. That's very important. Then you will use the treatment shampoo that the doctor gave you. That is a treatment shampoo. It's not a cleanser. You're supposed to cleanse the hair and the scalp first, then apply the treatment shampoo. Then you will follow with your healthy and sweet shampoo, conditioner, that kind of thing, and then work your way out. Boys on here, with my son, I don't really put him under the dryer as much. The most I'll do is I'll rope twist his hair and some big rope twists, put a processing cap on, and let him go play his video game for 30 minutes. Boys don't typically sit under a dryer. So Elle, that is a great question. With my son, it doesn't work as well. He will literally go and play his video game. If you're not going to use the dryer, then you need to allow the conditioner to sit on the scalp with a processing cap for at least 30 minutes, and the body heat will kind of assist in opening the cuticle. Okay. Now, let me break down the wash day for multiple children because I know a lot of you have that question. A lot of you have more than one child, and that is where the frustration comes from. So I have 3 children, and I'm going to use these to show you guys. Let me move this back so you guys can see, okay? So this is child 1, child 2, and child 3. Well, you know what? You can't really see those because they're clear. I'll use this. Child 1, child 2, child 3. All 3 are having their wash day. So I get the adult stuff since she's reached puberty. Not necessarily. I would base that on the coarseness of her hair. So if her hair is extremely coarse like an adult, then I go into the adult products. If it's not so coarse, then you can stick with the kids' products. My daughter hasn't hit puberty yet, but she has a lot of hair, and I still use the kids' products for her. Okay, so child 1, child 2, child 3. Today is wash day. I am going to start by shampooing child 1 and conditioning child 1. Okay, well, let me back up. Actually, let me back up. I said that wrong. All 3 of them, I will take my wide tooth comb and I'll go ahead and comb and detangle their hair one by one before I start my wash day. After I detangle their hair, then I will go with child 1 to the sink and I'll go ahead and shampoo and condition child one's hair. So I'll go all the way through the wash day, apply the conditioner, detangle the hair, put her processing cap on, and she will now go and process under the dryer. Child two, I would do the exact same thing, shampoo her and condition her up to the phase of putting on the processing cap. She will then go under the dryer. Child one will come out of the dryer. She will wait for me to finish up child three, which is my son. Child three, I'll go ahead, shampoo, condition, and rope twist his hair, put the conditioner on, and allow him to go and play his video game for 30 minutes. Mind you, he's not going to be sitting just doing nothing, because at the end of the day, it's going to take me about 30 more minutes to finish child one and child two. So while child three is over here playing his video game, he already has the conditioner on, the hair is detangled, the hair is clean, the hair is washed. He's processing, he's deep conditioning, doesn't even know that he's deep conditioning, okay? Child one and two now comes back. I'm now with child one. I'm rinsing out her conditioner with cool water. I'm rope twisting her hair, and I will put child one back under the dryer to air dry for about 10 to 15 minutes. With her being an older child, I can do that. If she's a younger child, then I'll go ahead and let her air dry while I work with the other child. But if you notice, I said I rope twist her hair so it's not just hanging and free for it to retangle. That's where people also go wrong. You allow the hair to stay out and you allow it to retangle instead of rope twisting it so that it doesn't tangle again. And now when blow dry time comes around, it's a lot easier to handle, okay? Child two comes over to the sink again. We go ahead, rinse out her conditioner, follow the same routine, detangle her again, rope twist her, take child one out of the dryer, put child two in the dryer. Guys, I'm working this with one dryer. I have one dryer, nothing more. One dryer, one detangling comb, and all my product. We're at home. We're not at the salon, so I'm not doing this as if I was at the salon and I had 13 dryers. I'm doing this as I have one dryer with 3 children, 2 of which need the dryer, 1 doesn't. Okay. After I have now completed the dryer phase for child 1 and child 2, child 3 is now at the shampoo bowl or the sink at the house, the kitchen sink, whatever. Rinse him out. Also, rope twist his hair back up. I will towel dry his hair. He's not going to go under the dryer. Towel dry his hair, rope twist him, keep the towel around his neck, allow him to drip air dry while I'm working with the other 2. That is how my wash day goes. I am able to complete my wash day in less than 2 hours on all 3 of my children because I am stern and firm on how I do it. 1, 2, 3. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. One of my children I have to have the pep talk with, which is my son. Hey, son, so we're not going to have the noodle head. If you guys have ever seen me do my child's hair on live, you know that with my son, we have a whole conversation. Son, we're not going to have the noodle head. We're going to keep our head up. We're going to try to get through this as fast as we possibly can so we can go. Okay, mommy. He's going to squirm a little bit. He might have a couple tears here or there, but you have to be so firm, guys. That's where we give in. You'll see the little tears, and then you'll immediately stop. And now you've just told your child that negative behavior, that negative connotation is going to allow them to get their way. That's not how it works. I'm still really firm when it comes onto that part of the process with the shampooing phase. Okay? So I just wrote down wash day when I have multiple children, and I'm able to do that within 2 hours, even with or without being a hairstylist. But I make sure that I know my steps. I detangle all of them first, get that out of the way. Shampoo 1, you have to the condition phase. So now the conditioner has been able to sit on her hair while I work on 2. Same thing with 3, and I just keep going that way. And then at blow dry time, I blow dry all 3 of them, one after the other, because at that point, all the wash day is now done. Now it's all blow dry time. The worst thing you can do is try to start your wash day and finish your wash day one child at a time. You will be burnt out. You will burn yourself out. So the easiest way to do that is you do all of the wash day and then you do all of the blow dry. Don't try to start wash day and get all the way through the blow dry, because by the time you've done that with one child, you still have 2 more sitting over here. You still have 2 more sitting over here. So it's better to break down the wash day amongst all 3, and you can go through it with all 3. So I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of insight on how you're able to deal with wash day for your children. I know it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Okay? It is not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. But I hope these tips and tricks that I gave you will make it a little bit simpler for you and your child on wash day. Okay? Also, remember when you are doing things like braids and these kind of rope twists, stuff like that, guys, even my hair was tight and I had to take my hairline out. If you notice, my braids were going straight across, but they were a little bit too tight and I had to take my hairline out. Okay? If you are going to do that to your child, make sure that you are not making it too tight for their hair. Okay? If your child for their scalp, it needs to be a loose serum. Or you can use our IMS serum that releases on August 21st, which is this Friday. That's a What can I do? What can you do when you have a child 5 years old that does not like getting their hair done at all? She's extremely tender-headed and will cry through the whole thing. It is a big ordeal. So Charlene, she's gonna have to cry, baby. She's a young lady. You are grooming her to become a young lady. She's gonna cry. She's gonna do all of that. But what I will say is, I really recommend that you go back and watch the beginning of this video. That is where I was really homing in on how to deal with a child of that nature, because I have a son that's just like that. But over time, he's gotten so used to it. Yes, he might shed a little bit of alligator tears here or there. Let me tell you something that I've also learned. When a child knows your behavior, when they know how to win you over, when they know what to do and how to do it, they're going to do it. And if you enable her, and I'm not saying you are, Charlene, I'm just saying it's broad spectrum. If you enable your child to continue that negative behavior, as every time you are doing their hair, because they know that you're going to stop, they know that you're going to get frustrated, they know you're going to say, I can't do this, they're going to continue doing it. It took me a couple times with my son. It took me a couple times with my daughter where I had to be firm. I didn't spank them. I didn't do any of that. I literally sat there, and when they were having their tantrum, I put the comb down for a second. I give death stares. You know, the death stare that your mom give you in church when you acting up and preaching, but you can't say nothing. I give them that. And I'll sit there. I'll allow them a minute to throw their tantrum. I'll ask them, are they done? Okay, so you need to sit still now because we need to finish your hair. And I keep going. I'm not going to sit here and fight with you for something that has to naturally be done anyway. I'm going to make you understand that, listen, this is going to get done whether you cry or not. I'll give you a second to throw your tantrum, but then we're still going to do your hair. So you want to do it through the tantrum, or you just don't want to have the tantrum at all, and we can get this done. Period. Tiffany, I've learned so much by watching your lives and videos. I'm just trying to get my daughter's hair to grow. So should I invest in a sit under dryer for her to reduce her hair breakage? Absolutely. Sit under dryers are a great investment. They're usually like $30 to $40. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them in Walmart. You can get them almost anywhere. Golden Hot, go to the Hood Beauty Supplies. You can get them anywhere. Okay. Most definitely invest in a hooded dryer because you're going to need it for yourself. And you're also teaching your child about hair care from a young age. That's a part of hygiene. That's a part of your appearance. I understand the natural wave is going on. Everybody wants to do this wash and go, being lazy. But at the end of the day, no, baby, brushes and combs are required in life. Your appearance is everything. If I came on here looking like shit every time I came on here to talk to you guys about taking care of hair, my hair is never done. My hair never looks right. Are you gonna really have faith in my craft, or you gonna have faith in me? No. So let's teach that to our child too. And I'm not talking. Listen, guys, I'm not talking directly at you because I don't know you personally. I'm just talking in general. It's a nice learning curve for everybody. Judith Lovejoy, how can I get your products? I'm in Australia. Please help. Judith, for you to be able to order our products, you'd send an email to info@elitehaircareusa.com with your name, mailing address, and phone number, as well as whatever products you want to order, and then we will send you an invoice where you're able to pay for your order. Australia is one of those places where Shopify does not really support Australia purchases. So for those, we have to use our other processor. That's why we'll send you an invoice for you to be able to get your order that way. I have had my hooded for 20 years. Maybe I've had so many of them because the Golden Hot ones are real cheap. That's why they still don't really go to beauty supplies, but I use them. They're very important. All right, guys. So I hope everybody got some good tips and tricks from this video. I know it was a more lengthy video, but children's hair is not something to play with, you guys. It's something that you gotta really have a lot of patience to deal with children's hair. As I said, today is $10 Tuesday for our back to school sale because I know school is about to open. We decided to do $10 Tuesday on all of our children's hair care products and also all of our Elite Total Body Care facial care products for our high schoolers and middle schoolers. All of those products are $10 each. You are able to purchase as many quantities as you would like. It's your choice. Get yourself together. Yes, COVID-19 is here, but school is too. Get it together, baby. And just because your child is sitting on their laptop at home doesn't mean that they should be sitting on the laptop at home with a nappy head. Okay? So we're going to treat it as if they were in school. We're going to make them get dressed. We are going to make them comb their hair. We're going to make them brush their teeth, not be in the pajamas acting like school doesn't matter, because you're really giving them a negative connotation automatically before you even decide to say school is back in session. So you want to start by getting them prepped up as if they were going to school on any other day. My order is in. Thank you, Patricia. Okay? So I hope everybody has an amazing day. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining my live. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We just hit over 150,000 subscribers, which I'm really, really excited about. My goal is to be at 200,000 subscribers by December. So I'm working really hard on that. Also, we have our affiliates program that we're about to launch. Our wholesale program will be launching soon. We have just so many things in store for you guys. And the IMS serum, which is the Intense Moisture Seal Serum, releases this Friday. This Friday, the Intense Moisture Seal Serum, which is also called IMS or I'm a Mess. That's the acronym we give it. I'm a Mess Serum. That also releases this Friday. Okay, guys? So I hope everybody has an amazing day. And if you're not a part of our mailing list, please go and subscribe to our mailing list so that you can get all of our emails whenever we have sales and anything else. We have newsletters, all of that. I ordered a bunch of out of shampoo. That means the shampoo sold out completely. That was quick. That was quick. Crystal has the Acne Bar Soap change. Is it the same ingredients? It is the same ingredients, but the Acne Bar Soap comes in two colors. It will either come in yellow, which is a more lemony smell, or green, which doesn't have as much lemon in it, but they are the same. Will I be doing hair today? No, I'm in office today. I am in office today. Yes. All right, guys. So I hope everybody has an amazing day. As I said before, get yourself ready for back to school. Peace out.